I've been waiting my whole life for this one. Orthopedic surgeon and husband for The View host, Sonny Hostin, has been named in a federal lawsuit alleging insurance fraud. She got on television. She run these women. Tell me why she got her husband is named in a lawsuit in insurance fraud. And I'm gonna show you exhibit. Let me say exhibit B. Can you show this to the jury?
Sonny Hostin is in serious trouble, teetering on the edge of bankruptcy. And it gets even more intense. Her husband has been arrested in connection with a $450 million RICO fraud case. So how did everything unravel for this once powerful couple? Stay tuned, because this whirlwind of scandal and drama is just beginning. You won't believe how it all unfolds.
You're married, Tom, you're married. If your husband's doing something, if he's allegedly doing something like this, you guys would know if your wives were up to some nefarious stuff. Let's just not forget who she is. She's been, for years, lecturing America about morality, inequality, systemic failures, and look at her track record. How many times has she had to go on in the past 2 months and look at the camera and do a legal apology for all the stuff that she said on the show? And then she also, on Trump's win, calling the loss because of uneducated white women that Trump won.
We have to know that. This is accused.
All accused. Yeah, all accused, but he's in the RICO. This is a big RICO case that her husband...
Sonny Hostin might have thought her most dramatic moments would be dissecting political scandals on The View. But let's be honest, this situation makes The View look like a Sunday school picnic. You know things are serious when even the queens of daytime drama need a little outside help to stir the pot. But this time, it's not just Sonny's sharp commentary making headlines. It's her husband, the orthopedic surgeon, whose so-called medical expertise could drag them both into a mess involving legal trouble and a looming bankruptcy.
Orthopedic surgeon and husband of The View co-host Sonny Hostin is accused in December lawsuit fraudulently billing insurance. By the way, this is a Daily Caller story I'm reading. The lawsuit alleges Hostin knowingly provided fraudulent medical and other healthcare services in exchange for kickbacks and or compensation, and names him among nearly 200 defendants in one of New York's largest RICO cases. Wow. Hostin's attorney, Daniel Twites, denies the allegations, calling the lawsuit a meritless attempt by a near-bankrupt insurance carrier to intimidate doctors and restrict healthcare benefits. The case involves claims that Hostin performs unnecessary surgeries on patients after minor accidents without exploring less invasive treatments, with American Transit citing New York's 1974 no-fault law as contributing to widespread.
Imagine waking up to find you're not just caught in a typical hospital drama, but entangled in a $450 million racketeering lawsuit. Yikes. When your husband stands accused of masterminding one of the biggest insurance frauds in the nation, and you've been preaching moral high ground on The View, well, that high horse is headed straight for a spectacular crash into a mountain of debt and disgrace. Talk about ironic.
View co-host Sonny Hostin's husband, Emmanuel Hostin, has been accused of federal insurance fraud. According to a new lawsuit obtained by Page Six, the orthopedic surgeon was one of 200 defendants named in one of the biggest racketeer influence and corrupt organization cases ever filed in New York. Emmanuel was accused of federal insurance fraud and, quote, getting kickbacks by performing surgery and billing a company that insured taxi companies and Uber and Lyft drivers. According to the documents, he knowingly provided fraudulent medical and other healthcare services, including arthroscopic surgery.
Here's the scoop. Dr. Host has allegedly been pocketing kickbacks for performing unnecessary surgeries, knees, shoulders, you name it, anything shiny and profitable. Meanwhile, insurance companies were left holding the bag for procedures that may or may not have even taken place. Classic case of, oh, you thought I was fixing your knee? No, sweetheart. I was padding my bank account.
I always say it's always the people that always do the pointing, and it always comes back to them, all right? So when you said this is the largest RICO case ever filed in the state of New York, you guys wrap that around your brain. That's bigger than the mafia case. Like the mafia one was number one. This one takes it over. So he was scamming insurance companies from taxi drivers, Uber drivers, and Lyft drivers. He was performing unnecessary surgeries and then providing fraudulent medical services in exchange for the kickbacks.
And guess what? The plot thickens. While Dr. Host is allegedly raking in the cash, Son is stuck on the sidelines, trying to keep her View persona intact. You'd think she'd know how to handle a scandal by now, but nope. Her response so far? A mix of radio silence and strategic avoidance. It's like she's hoping the courtroom drama will sort itself out while she perfects her shocked and devastated face for when the story inevitably breaks. But let's not kid ourselves. If Sunny thought this mess would stay tucked away as a private family issue, she's in for a rude awakening. When your husband's name suddenly pops up in one of the biggest racketeering cases New York has ever seen, it's time to face the music. No amount of quiet reflection or please don't ask me about it is going to sweep this under the rug. And now, let's take a moment to appreciate just how absurd this whole saga really is. We've all had our fill of political scandals. Sure, but this isn't your usual Capitol Hill drama. No, we veered straight into the bizarre territory of health insurance fraud, unnecessary surgeries, and a husband allegedly running a surgical crime syndicate like it's Grey's Anatomy meets The Godfather. You really can't make this stuff up.
This is why we need to seriously have a long, lengthy conversation about healthcare in the United States of America. This is basically it. So Sunny Hostin's husband was basically charged with insurance fraud. What he was doing was doing like fraudulent surgeries and then overcharging the insurance companies for him. This is what this is. So now, of course, he's now being named along with about 200 other individuals in a federal RICO charge case, guys.
Forget The Godfather. This is Grey's Anatomy if the surgeons were secretly mob bosses in scrubs. Sure, it's easy to point fingers at the insurance companies, but let's not pretend they've ever been the gold standard for moral integrity. Need a life-saving procedure? Here's a denial letter and a cheerful good luck. But accuse them of anything shady. Brace yourself. They'll unleash a legal team so ruthless they could sell sand in a desert. Yet in this mess, the insurance companies aren't the villains. Oh no, they are the victims of one doctor's alleged greed. Let's all take a moment to sit with the sheer absurdity of that sentence. And of course, it wouldn't be a Sunny Hostin drama without The View making a cameo. The irony here is practically surgical. It could be sliced with a scalpel. Sunny, the ever-righteous crusader for social justice and accountability, now finds herself squirming in the hot seat she usually reserves for others. Her husband, one of 180 defendants, is accused of defrauding insurance companies out of millions. Money that could have gone to actual patient care is now allegedly part of a massive surgical scam. Cue the dramatic music. This one's going to be a season finale.
Waited my whole life for this one. Orthopedic surgeon and husband for The View host Sunny Hostin has been named in a federal lawsuit alleging insurance fraud. She got on television. She got in. She run these women. Tell me why she got her husband is named in a lawsuit in insurance fraud, and I'm gonna show you exhibit. Let me say exhibit B. Can you show this to the jury? Roll it, Nick.
You know, doctors suffer because of big corporations as well. Doctors that want to do good.
But Sunny, she's dodging questions, staying silent, and clinging to the image of a woman far too refined to get her hands dirty in the mess she's neck deep in. You know the saying, when it rains, it pours. Well, this isn't just a downpour. It's a full-blown monsoon of absurdity while Sunny lounges in her designer chair on The View, casually sipping coffee and dishing out judgment on the world's flaws. Her husband is allegedly busy siphoning money from insurance companies, performing surgeries that may not have even been necessary, and collecting kickbacks that would make a mob boss blush. But sure, let's all pretend this doesn't reek of a lawsuit waiting to explode. And the best part, it's not just about Dr. Host. Oh no, that would be far too simple. This lawsuit uncovers a sprawling web of corruption. Doctors, entire medical practices, even hospitals are allegedly in on the scheme. It's like the mafia took a break from robbing banks and decided healthcare was the next big hustle. The plaintiffs, American Transit Insurance, claim they were conned out of millions, paying for surgeries that were either never performed or flat out unnecessary. And now they want their money back. But hold on to your coffee, because it gets even juicier.
Last week, we learned that Sonny's husband, Dr. Emmanuel Hostin, was named in a lawsuit filed by American Transit Insurance Company. He's one of 200 people named in this lawsuit, and they are accusing him of filing fraudulent insurance claims and also getting kickbacks from them. And it's a very serious crime. In fact, it's one of the largest, if not the largest, RICO case in New York's history, and they're seeking $450 million. And Sonny and her husband, they are fighting back. They've hired legal eagle Mark Garagos to help them fight this case, and they're claiming that this is completely based.
According to reports, Dr. Host's lawyer isn't backing down, calling the lawsuit a desperate ploy by a company teetering on the edge of financial collapse. Classic lawyer move. When you're caught with your pants down, blame the accuser. Oh, you're accusing my client of fraud. Well, maybe you're the real crook. It's a defense strategy as old as time. And honestly, it's kind of hilarious to watch play out. Now back to Sonny. Her silence on the whole situation, it's noticeable. And for anyone who knows her, it's completely out of character. This is the same woman who stirs the pot daily on The View, grilling politicians, holding feet to the fire, and calling out everyone from Trump to anonymous internet trolls. But when it comes to her own husband's alleged fraudulent activities, radio silence. Is she playing the I have nothing to do with it card? Or maybe she's hoping the whole thing just blows over before it wrecks her carefully curated image. Either way, you have to wonder, does she really think this won't make headlines? It's like watching a soap opera character pretend they haven't been caught in an affair, except instead of a stolen kiss, it's a full-blown illegal surgery ring. You can almost hear the dramatic music swelling in the background, building toward the inevitable big reveal.
Anna went in a different direction, but I love the fact that, Manny is younger and he's
How much younger is he?
Just a little bit.
He's like 1 year, isn't he? Like a month or a year or 10 years?
5 years. It's more than a year.
Oh.
Anyway, it's not about me. I think.
Oh, no.
I think that it's very helpful that he's handy, and when we travel, I'm not picking up any bags. He's the one that's hefting them overhead. He throws the garbage out.
Right.
He does.
Let's be real for a second. This isn't just a scandal. This is a billion-dollar catastrophe. Potentially one of the largest medical fraud cases in recent history. And it's not just Dr. Host in the spotlight. It's an entire network of alleged corruption. From doctors to insurance companies, hospitals to unsuspecting patients caught in the crossfire. This reads more like the script of a heist movie than a legal case. Except instead of robbing a bank, the accused was siphoning money from people's health insurance premiums. So, what's really at the heart of this scandal? If the allegations hold up, it's a damning reflection of just how broken the American healthcare system truly is, a system where profit takes priority and patient care is treated as an afterthought. Is that the world we want to live in? One where doctors are allegedly more interested in lining their own pockets than actually healing people. And if this is the kind of world Sonny Hostin is willing to stand by, well, we've got a bridge to sell you, but let's not pretend the blame falls solely on the doctors. This mess is a glaring indictment of the system itself. Insurance companies aren't innocent bystanders. They've built their empires on denying legitimate claims and hiking up premiums. Meanwhile, doctors like Dr. Host allegedly exploit the very same system for personal gain. It's a race to the bottom, and the only ones losing are the patients. The people who just wanted care, not corruption.
Shook the tree and a bunch of mobsters fell out, right? This is big stuff. And so, and thank you for bringing that video. It sure is ironic that she's up there. So, but if she didn't really know what was going on, right, which is what she's probably going to say later, oh, I had no idea what my husband and his associates were doing. We'll wait and see what that is. But I think it's pretty freaking ironic.
Yeah.
I have a totally different perspective on this. I don't really know what happened with this. The facts will come out. What I have a problem with is the core of who this woman is. Unlike you, I don't watch The View, bro. All I do is see clips. I know
it's just like twice a day.
Here's all I hear from her. America's violent. America's racist. America's bad. Okay. I challenge you, Sonny. And this is Constantine Kissin actually was saying something about this. Find me a...
As for Sonny, she might want to start rehearsing a new line for her View audience. You know, folks, Healthcare is a mess, and so is my personal life. But hey, who needs a pristine reputation when you've got an audience willing to overlook every questionable decision as long as the coffee's hot and the commentary's snappy? Let's just hope this case doesn't drag on forever, because, trust us, the suspense is killing us. As of now, Dr. Host hasn't been found guilty of anything. But the allegations, they are serious. And the longer this case lingers, the more the View is starting to look like the least controversial thing Sun is involved in. Who would have thought that amid all the View drama over politics, walkouts, and shouting matches, the most shocking controversy would involve racketeering, insurance fraud, and a husband who may be wondering if divorce is cheaper than bankruptcy? So here we are. Sunny Hostin, who once seemed to have it all figured out, a cushy job, a powerful platform, and a career polished to perfection, is now tangled in one of the most surreal scandals in daytime TV history. And all she can do is keep quiet, pray the case wraps quickly, and hope she doesn't have to auction off her seat at the table to pay the legal bills. And what about Dr. Host? Buckle up, because this legal roller coaster is only just leaving the station. Will he walk away with a clean record and a smug grin? Or are we witnessing the early chapters of an epic downfall, the kind where you wonder if the memoir will be written from a prison cell instead of an operating room? The suspense is almost unbearable. 1 minute he's dodging bullets with the flair of a seasoned drama lead, and the next, bam, a new twist drops, and we're all left asking, wait, what just happened? Each day brings another jaw-dropping revelation, another glimpse into a story that feels more like a soap opera than a federal lawsuit. Honestly, at the rate this is going, don't be surprised if Dr. Host struts into court in a leather jacket, throws on a pair of sunglasses, and declares, "This is just the beginning, baby." Because what comes next? That's anyone's guess. Did he really think he could pull off a multi-million-dollar scam without anyone noticing? It's like watching a car crash in slow motion. You know it's going to be bad, but you just can't look away. And Sunny? She's not exactly in the clear, either. Sure, she can keep delivering hot takes on The View, but at some point, the cracks will start to show. The real question isn't just about her husband. It's whether her carefully managed public image can survive the fallout. Will Dr. Host get away with it? Will this end in a not guilty verdict and a quiet celebratory dinner at the city's finest steakhouse? Or will it keep spiraling, dragging in new witnesses, shady hospital deals, and laughable legal defenses plucked straight from a late-night drama? Spoiler alert. If you're hoping for a feel-good ending, you might be sorely disappointed, because this saga, it has all the ingredients of a high-stakes, twist-heavy courtroom thriller. Except this time, it's real. And let's be honest, real life is always stranger, messier, and way more entertaining than anything Hollywood could ever write. In fact, this might just be the real-life version of The Bold and the Beautiful, only with more knee surgeries and far fewer love triangles.